The movie begins by introducing Sonny Fisher, a stay-at-home dad who takes his parenting job so seriously you'd think he was training for the Parent Olympics. At a school talent show, Sonny is juggling responsibilities like a circus performer, coordinating acts, keeping the kids on schedule, and cheering louder than anyone else when his son Dash plays piano. Sonny's the kind of guy who has his life color-coded on a calendar, and while he's great at what he does, it's clear he hasn't had a moment to himself in years. At home, Sonny's daily life is a list of chores, meal prepping, and PTA politics. His wife Maya is a successful architect juggling high-profile clients while Sonny's stuck deciding between organic or gluten-free snacks for Dash's lunchbox. Although Maya loves Sonny's dedication, she notices he's burning out faster than her office laptop. So she suggests he take some me time while she and the kids visit her parents during their school break. Sonny, being the guy who hasn't had a day off since the kids were born, is very hesitant. After all, Sonny doesn't know what to do with himself when he's not busy being super dad. But Maya being insistent, he reluctantly agrees. The moment his family leaves, Sonny plans to kick back and relax. He binge watches nature documentaries, because hey, nothing screams freedom like watching lions hunt on the Serengeti, and eats junk food like a teenager. But by day 2, the novelty of being alone has worn off. Sonny tries golfing, but his inexperience leads to an embarrassing moment when he accidentally hits another player with a golf ball. After a couple of days, he's bored out of his mind, realizing he has no idea how to relax. Bored and desperate for some real excitement, Sonny reconnects with his old best friend, Huck Dembo. Huck is Sonny's polar opposite, a wild, thrill-seeking bachelor who refuses to grow up. Huck's idea of a good time is doing anything that could land you in the ER or jail. Huck is ecstatic to hear from Sonny and invites him to his 44th birthday bash in the desert, promising a weekend full of extreme fun. Sonny, desperate for excitement, packs his bags and heads out. The party is everything Sonny didn't sign up for: cliff jumping, skydiving, and wild antics involving Huck's eccentric friends who seem like they were recruited from a reality TV casting call. Huck convinces Sonny to try cliff jumping, claiming it's a rite of passage for the party. Sonny, terrified but determined not to look lame, takes the leap, literally, and it goes as well as you'd expect for someone who probably Googled how to jump off a cliff safely beforehand. Sonny panics midair and belly flops into the water, earning a bruised ego. Huck, of course, thinks it's hilarious. As Sonny tries to recover, reveals his big problem. He owes $47,000 to a loan shark named Armani. Armani shows up at the party, looking like she stepped out of a stylish mob movie, and demands her money. Huck, ever the optimist, promises to pay her back with a foolproof plan. That plan? Stealing a tortoise named Tortuga from a rich guy who apparently values it more than a Ferrari. Sonny, already regretting every decision that led him here, gets dragged into the heist. The operation is a disaster from start to finish. Sonny, who has no criminal bone in his body, accidentally trips every alarm in the mansion. Huck grabs Tortuga, and the two make a chaotic escape, leaving behind a trail of destruction. Back at the hideout, Sonny is angry, but Huck's acting like they just pulled off the heist of the century. Meanwhile, Maya and the kids are having a relaxing time with her parents. Maya runs into Alan, one of her wealthy clients, who seems just a little too interested in her. Alan's the kind of guy who smiles too much and offers help no one asked for. Alan invites Maya to a fancy dinner, and while she sees it as professional networking, Alan's interest seems more personal. Sonny finds out about Alan and starts spiraling, convinced the guy is trying to woo Maya while he's busy running from loan sharks and mountain lions. Speaking of mountain lions, Huck and Sonny's getaway takes a wild turn when they run into one in the desert. Sonny tries to throw snacks to distract it, but it's less lion whisperer and more how to make things worse in 10 seconds. The lion charges and the duo barely escapes with their lives and Tortuga. Sonny's patience is wearing thin, and he's starting to question why he ever thought reconnecting with Huck was a good idea. Finally, Sonny decides enough is enough and heads home, hoping for some normalcy.
hoping for some normalcy. Hoping for some normalcy.
He organizes a neighborhood barbecue, thinking it's the perfect way to reset. Of course, Huck crashes the event, and just when things can't get any worse, Armani and her henchmen show up. What follows is pure chaos. Neighbors screaming, Tortuga escaping, and Sonny trying to save his house and his reputation. In a hilarious standoff, Sonny manages to calm Armani down and returns Tortuga, promising to never get involved with Huck's plans again. After the dust settles, Sonny and Huck have a heart-to-heart. Sonny tells Huck he needs to grow up and calls Huck out for his reckless behavior, while Huck reminds Sonny that he's lost his sense of fun. The conversation is a turning point for both of them. Huck realizes it's time to take responsibility for his actions, and Sonny learns that a little adventure doesn't mean abandoning his family values. Sonny patches things up with Maya, who reassures him that Alan was just being nice and that she loves how dedicated he is to their family. She tells Sonny that his role in their family is irreplaceable and encourages him to find a better balance between being a dad and being himself. With newfound perspective, Sonny starts incorporating fun into his life without losing sight of what matters. Huck, meanwhile, takes baby steps toward responsibility, though let's be honest, he's still Huck. The movie ends on a positive note. Huck begins taking steps toward a more responsible life, even exploring legitimate business ventures. Sonny, meanwhile, finds a way to balance fun and family, rediscovering the joy in both. The two friends rekindle their bond, promising to stay connected while keeping their antics a little more low-key. Tortuga, after surviving the wildest weekend of its life, is safely returned to its owner. Me Time is a hilarious and heartfelt story about friendship, self-discovery, and finding balance in life. With laugh-out-loud moments and relatable themes, it reminds us all to embrace the chaos while cherishing the people who matter most. And if you're ever tempted to steal a tortoise, just don't.